Carlisle, and you're watching Real Good.
Hi there! I am Jane Wiedlin, and I'm standing on the Hollywood Walk of Fame where the GoGos just got our own very own star. And I would like to say hi to all the people out there on Real Gay TV.
And welcome to this morning's Walk of Fame ceremony presented by the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce and the Hollywood Historic Trust. We are delighted today to honor one of the music world's most popular female rock bands. As they are honored with the 2,444th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Today, Hollywood honors the GoGos. Belinda Carlisle, Charlotte Caffey, Gina Schock, Kathey Valentine, and Jane Wiedlin.
The GoGos are a band that came together here on the streets of Los Angeles with a do-it-yourself attitude that saw them playing at local punk rock clubs like the one we're in front of today, the Masque, before moving on to places like the Whiskey A Go-Go and Starwood. From there, they went to such venues as the Greek Theater, which we're going to see them on August 17th, right? Unsolicited plug. Okay, and to Madison Square Garden. I, for one, witnessed a career-defining performance at Madison Square Garden, with the GoGos opening for the Police, while the GoGos album, Beauty and the Beat, was #1 in the Billboard charts. Suffice to say, they held their own that night in what was an exciting and pivotal performance by a great rock and roll band, the GoGos. The GoGos define what it means to be a great band. Fantastic songwriting, charismatic front person, swinging anchor solid drummer, great vocal harmonies, and several multi-talented instrumentalists, all within this self-contained group of people. Belinda, Charlotte, Gina, Jane, and Kathey are seminal, groundbreaking artists, combining such diverse influences as surf music, girl group, punk rock, rockabilly, mercy beat, and Motown to make a sound that is truly their own. In closing, I would like to say congratulations to the GoGos from all their fans around the world. And I look forward to what rightly should be your next induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's an honor to be here today. Peace and love to everyone. Everybody, rock on, man. See ya.
And we hereby declare this the GoGos Day in Hollywood.
Well, thank you so much for this honor. In 1978, on this very corner, the GoGos were born. We rehearsed and performed our first concert in the basement of that theater. At the time, the basement was a punk rock club called the Masque. This location was the epicenter of the Los Angeles punk rock movement. We lived just 1 block away in a beautiful old apartment building called the Canterbury. And the Canterbury had been built in the 20s for fledgling starlets, and so it was very appropriate for an all-girl band such as us. So that really appealed to us. And when we discovered it, as punk rockers, it was a bit run down and filled with prostitutes and people living off of government money. It was perfect! We could walk to our rehearsals and our shows. Life was exciting then and filled with possibility. Hollywood was sort of tawdry in those days, but that didn't mean we didn't love it and we saw the glamour under the grit. We loved the Hollywood Walk of Fame even then, but in our wildest dreams, we couldn't have predicted that our little band would someday have a star on the walk and that Hollywood would become rejuvenated and once again be the glamour capital of the world. The arc of the GoGos story could not be more fairy tale. From our humble origins right here on this spot as a young punk rock band to our giddy rise to stardom, culminating in a sold-out show at the Hollywood Bowl just a few blocks away. And now, 30 years later, to be honored with this star. Well, let's just say it's a story that proves truth really is stranger than fiction. We are so proud to be a Hollywood band and to be honored with this legendary tribute. This star couldn't have happened without the campaign that was spearheaded by our wonderful fans. We know many of you worked very, very hard to achieve this, and we'd especially like to thank Joseph Vidari, Jim Ginter, Dee Dee Kelles, and Lee Smith for their dedication to this project. In closing, I'd like to quote one of our own songs, and it's written about this street. This town is our town. It's so glamorous. I bet you'd live here if you could and be one of us. Thank you.
Hi, you guys. This is pretty crazy. I can't believe this. I just want to say I'm so humbled to be here today, and I'm very grateful to all of our fans that made this happen. You guys are the best fans in the world. Thank you all so much.
And I'd like to say that I grew up in Hollywood, and my mom and dad are here today, and I'm really happy that they are. And it's a very special place. When I go on tour or when I travel the world, I can't wait to get back to my hometown. And thank you all for showing up.
Well, I'm usually not speechless, but I am now. But I'll say thank you, and also special thanks to Ginger Canzaneri, who's here. Who was our first manager, and she sold everything she had to get us on the road to wherever we were going. So thank you very much, and it's great. Hi, I'm Kathey. I moved to Hollywood 34 years ago to be a rock star. Dreams come true in Hollywood. And I just want to thank our management, our wonderful fans, our families, everybody that supported us. You guys are great. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the GoGos.
Gina, to your right. Ladies, look up to the right. Ladies up top, to the right. Look up. Ladies to the right. And ladies, top right, to the top right. And ladies to your right, to your right. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Belinda, to the right.
On your right.
Ladies, all to the right. Right.
This is pretty big, and I mean, it didn't hit me until today, and I couldn't sleep really. I slept a couple hours last night. I woke up and I was like, my God, this is really happening to us.
How's the tour going?
Fantastic.
It's been really fun, and it's weird because it seems like more and more people are coming to our shows. I don't know. We've been.
I don't know what's
the
going
attendance
on.
has been amazing. I don't know what's going on. But people love to come see us. It's a really good rock show.
You know what? We are actually better than we've ever been playing now. I don't know what this is all about, but it's so comfortable and we have so much fun, and it's a lot of energy when we play, and it feels better than it ever has.
How is it different than 30 years ago playing your first show here? How is it different playing together on stage?
That's night and day, actually. I mean, the first show we did, we played three songs. One of the songs we played twice. So I think we know how to play, actually. When we started, we had no idea how to even plug guitars into amplifiers. So we're self-taught, and I mean, we were always hard workers, and we're still hard workers. But I think we're musically more proficient, I'd say.
You must have walked over these stars like thousands of times.
Yeah.
Was there a point where you thought that actually could be me?
I don't think so.
I never for once thought that. You know, that's why I'm just sort of in amazement of all this today. It's hard to believe this is really happening.
And new music. You guys working on new music?
No, I don't know. I mean, we never say never, but we're concentrating on the tour right now.
Yeah, I thought you guys had said maybe there was going to be some new music coming out.
I have no idea.
No idea.
We just take, everybody has their own things going on. Maybe, maybe not. We have no idea.
Flying by the seat of our pants, but don't ask me how it always works out, but it does. We actually have a couple things in our pocket that we're working on, and we're going to see how they go. But hopefully we'll be talking to you about that soon. Oh my God, it's 30 years later. There are no all-female bands, that write their own songs, play their own instruments, that aren't, put together by a producer or something. I think it's pretty weird. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a sign of how the industry is these days. It's tough, tougher than it's ever been. I don't know how anybody can make it these days.
Talk to me about the music industry 30 years ago as opposed to today. What's that seem like to you?
I don't know, it was like the Wild West. It was pretty open. There were so many different genres of music that were happening in a big way, and so it allowed people like us to get in and, look what happened.
There's nurturing of artists back then. There's not really much nurturing. It's about marketing. And it's about, if you have a single, if you throw it against the wall and see what sticks, and then drop it as soon as it's over. And that's the way it works these days. So I don't think the Go-Go's would have worked necessarily in 2011, or we would have had a much tougher time because we weren't put together. It wasn't about having model looks and being a conformist. We were rebels and we did it our way. We didn't have a big Svengali or a Simon Cowell or whatever. God bless Simon Cowell, but we didn't. So. And I think that's, people don't realize that.
And the other thing is that we, amidst all the chaos and the craziness, we were actually quite focused. But I think one of the important things is that we always had fun. And we're still having fun, and that's pretty amazing after all these years as well. But it's a wonderful chemistry that we have. I don't know how that happens. I'm sure you guys have heard this many times, but it really is some chemistry between the five of us that works for all these years. That has been working for all these years.
You got it. Thank you, Jane. You guys Rolling Stone? Congratulations. That's an original.
Thank you. I could never imagine that this would happen. I mean, as a teenager, I was obsessed with Hollywood. I would sneak out of the house. I grew up in the Valley, take the bus down here, hang out here every weekend. And then when the punk rock movement started, I was living right here. And this city means so much to me, and the Walk of Fame has always been such a big part of my life. I am absolutely thrilled that we got this honor.
And you're right, this was a different town in 1981.
It really was different.
You guys were like a joyful part of college for me. I mean, did you realize how happy your music made everybody?
Yes, we have heard that a lot. It's kind of the soundtrack for a lot of people's lives.
How does that feel? I mean, is that kind of a wonderful thing to know?
Well, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And our camera person wanted me to ask you, have you ever heard of the GoGos?
Yes, of course, the GoGos, and there's also We Got the Meat. There's a few all-male GoGos tribute bands. We love them. We adore them.
It feels amazing. I mean, it's not anything that I ever dreamed about, but as things go, sometimes you don't get what you dream about and you get something better.
I mean, you couldn't really have scripted it any better to get a star on the Walk of Fame in front of where you first performed.
It's amazing, yeah. It's got a nice poetic justice.